Good morning and welcome back, students. I hope you all are safe and healthy. Let's start with our today's class for English grammar. We would be continuing with our chapter number 2, nouns. Let us revise the topics quickly which we have learnt in the previous class. What is a noun? The name of person, place, animal or thing is called noun. What is a common noun? A common noun is the name given in common or general to every person, place, or thing of the same class or kind. What is a proper noun? A proper noun is the name of particular person or place. What is an abstract noun? Abstract nouns are the name of the things which are not concrete. They name things which we cannot see, hear, touch, smell, or taste. Hence, they name feelings, qualities, ideas, state of being, or actions. So, after going through the definitions which we have already learned in the previous class, let's check the exercise which I gave you in the last video. I hope you all have done the exercise which I asked you to do in my previous video. So let's check the answers. Underline the abstract nouns in the given list. So from the given list of words, we have to find out the abstract nouns and underline them. So the abstract nouns over here are joy, freedom, truth, smell, illness, foolishness, health, sweetness, and absence. Now today we will learn some more kinds of nouns. So students, tell me, what do you see in this image? We can see a bird sitting on the branch of the tree. What do you see in the second image? We can see that some birds are sitting on the branch of the tree. Let's study both the images. Let's start with the first one. A bird is sitting on the tree. Let's find out the nouns. Here, bird and tree are the nouns. Let's study the second image. A flock of birds is sitting on the tree. In this sentence, also birds and tree are nouns and the flock of birds represents the group of birds, which is also a noun. It's a special name given to the group of birds. It is a collective noun. It means that instead of calling group of persons, group of animals or group of things, we give a special name to it. Just like in this sentence, we have given a special name to the group of birds, that is flock of birds, and so it is a collective noun. So let's see, what is a collective noun? A collective noun is a word used to denote a group of persons, animals, or things. Let us see some examples. Let's see some examples of collective noun for persons. An army of soldiers, a team of players, a choir of singers. For animals, a herd of cows, a pack of dogs, a brood of hens. Let's see for things, a bunch of grapes, a bundle of sticks, a galaxy of stars. So these are some examples of collective nouns. Let's see some more images of collective nouns. So here there are some more images of collective nouns. A bunch of keys, a pair of cards, a band of musicians, a colony of ants, a pride of lions, a school of dolphins. There are many more examples of collective nouns. Now let's go through some of the grammar tips regarding collective nouns. Collective nouns are words which implies more than one person but are considered as a single unit and takes singular verb. It means it talks about the group of persons as one unit. For example, an army of soldiers approaches. Here, army is a collective noun and approaches is a singular verb. The furniture is expensive. Here, furniture is a collective noun and is the singular verb. Collective noun takes a singular verb if the idea expressed by the subject is thought of as a unit. It means that the collective noun which presents the group are doing the same thing. For example, the class has prepared the program. So here the whole class has prepared for the program. They are doing the same thing. Collective noun takes a plural verb when the idea refers to separate individuals. So here the collective noun which presents the group are acting separately. For example, the class have given different suggestions. So here the class is not taken as a whole unit but it refers to the members of class separately or individually. So let's see some sentences. Let's see the first one. A flock of sheep was grazing in the meadows. So here, flock is the collective noun which presents the group of sheep. Let's see the second one. We saw a cluster of stars last night. So here, cluster is a collective noun which presents the group of stars. Let's see the third one. She bought a bouquet of flowers for her sister. Here, bouquet is a collective noun which presents the group of flowers. Let's see the fourth one. There is a stack of books in our school. So students, can you find out the collective noun in this sentence? Yes, stack of books. So stack is a collective noun. Let's see the last one. Our committee consists of 30 members. So here, committee is a collective noun which presents the group of members. Students, please go through the chart given below for more collective nouns as it would be helpful to you for carrying out the exercises which I have given at the end of the video. But before moving towards the exercise, we would learn about some more kinds of nouns. So students, what do you see here? Well, we can see the image of books, flowers, rice and water. So can you tell me the difference between the first two images and the last two images? In the first two images, we can count the books and the flowers. Let's see how many books we have. So there are 5 books and the flowers, there are 3 flowers in the image. But in the next two images, we cannot count rice and water. We don't get the answer of how many rice and how many water. So, depending on whether the nouns can be counted or not, they are classified as countable nouns and uncountable nouns. So, let's move towards the definition of countable nouns. So what are countable nouns? Countable nouns are those that refer to the things that we can count. For example, books and flowers. Countable nouns can be singular or plural. For example, one book, or 5 books. The singular form can use the article a or an. For example, a book or an apple. The plural form of countable nouns use many, how many, a lot of, and a few. That means the countable noun uses these words. For example, how many books were there? A lot of books were there, or a few books were lying on the table. When you get the answer for the question how many, then the things referred to are countable nouns. So, this helps in identifying which are the countable nouns. For example, if I ask you how many books were there in the image, so you would be able to answer that there were 5 books in the image. So, the books are countable noun. Let's see what are uncountable nouns. Uncountable nouns are those that refer to the things that we cannot count in numbers. For example, milk, water, sugar, sand, etc. Uncountable nouns are used with a singular verb. They usually don't have a plural form. For example, we can say milk, sugar, oil, water, but we cannot say milks, sugars, oils, waters, etc. Uncountable nouns use much, how much, a lot of, and a little. Let's see the example. How much water did you drink? I drank a lot of water. When you get the answer for the question how much instead of how many, then the thing referred to is an uncountable noun. So, this is a way you can identify an uncountable noun. For example, if I ask you how many rice were there in the image, you won't be able to answer. But if I ask you how much rice was there in the image, there might be some answer for that question. So, rice is an uncountable noun. So, uncountable nouns may be abstract nouns, for example, honesty, laughter. Physical objects that are too small or too many, for example, rice, hair, sugar, salt, pulses, etc. Liquids, for example, water, oil, juice, milk, blood, etc. Or it may be gases, for example, air, oxygen, smoke, etc. It can be metals, for example, iron, silver, gold, etc. Or there are many other which can form uncountable nouns. For example, furniture, paper, glass, bread, butter, cheese, information, cotton, silk, clothes, fire, curd, luggage, and so on. So let's see some exceptional uncountable nouns that can be countable. Let's see the first one, that is bread. It is an uncountable noun. But if we say slices of bread, then they are countable. Let's see the second one, which is cheese and butter. Both are uncountable noun. But if we say a piece of cheese or butter, then they are countable noun. Let's see the third one, that is flour. Flour is an uncountable noun. But if we say a pack of flour, then they are countable. Let's see the fourth one, that is rice. Rice is an uncountable noun as they are too tiny to be counted. But if we say a bowl of rice, then That is a countable noun. Let's see the next one, which is milk. Milk is an uncountable noun. But if we say cartons of milk, then that can be counted. Let's see the next one, that is juice. Juice again is a liquid, so it is an uncountable noun. But if we say a glass of juice, then it is countable noun. Let's see the last one, which is furniture. Furniture is uncountable as it consists of many things like chairs, tables, sofa, beds, etc. But if we say a few pieces of furniture, then that is countable noun. I hope that you are clear with what collective nouns are. So here I have given you a small exercise related to collective nouns which you would be doing in your notebook. Complete the sentences with collective nouns. So here you have to fill in the blank with appropriate collective noun. You can refer to the list which I have explained you before in this video. So this is the second exercise related to countable and uncountable nouns. Classify the following words into countable and uncountable nouns. So here I have given you some words which you would be classifying it into two categories, countable and uncountable nouns. Hope you are clear with all three kinds of nouns. So please do both the exercises in your notebook. We would check both the exercises in our next class of English grammar. Take care and see you soon.